Self-doubt creeps in when things don't go perfectly the way you expected them to do, and you start, after you start pointing the finger at everyone else, you start thinking, well, maybe it's me. You know, and that's a poor way to kind of enter into this. You do not want, self-doubt can become consuming, and it doesn't help the growth. So once again, self-doubt, and all of us are that way to some degree. I compare the inside of me to the outside of others all the time. I recognize that it's a flaw in my character, but it's part of the growth process. So what we got from people when we talked to them and asked them a question about the thing they had to let go, letting go of self-doubt was one of them. One of the persons said this, what they had to let go, that I would not be able to meet the demands and challenges of a doctoral program, not smart enough. That is deep, because all of us approach this with some insecurity. Even those who walk in totally confident that this is what they're going to do, this is what I'm going to study, that could serve as a mask for the insecurity. In fact, perfectionism is based in insecurity. It's based in some self-doubt. It's based in feeling like, am I as smart as I'm supposed to be? Because when you're met with challenges, and trust me, any program worth getting into is going to challenge you. It's going to push you. When you meet those pushes and challenges, what are you thinking? What does it make of you? How do you see yourself now? So that idea of self-doubt has to be addressed and crushed at that moment. And I see that we have a person coming in, Eudorius Jones, University of Memphis. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you being here. Much love. I will be talking, I have a special place in my heart for the University of Memphis, and I will be talking to a group next week there. So thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Back to this idea of self-doubt. Once again, we had another person say, and this came up quite often, is I thought it would be easy because I am smart. Yes, you are smart. Yes, you are intelligent. Yes, you have what it takes to make it. I don't want you to get caught up in the idea that because you were so great in elementary, middle, high, undergrad, and your master's program, that you can just walk through this and not get touched a little bit. You will. You'll be challenged. If you start doubting if you're intelligent enough, it does not take massive intelligence, and we need to redefine what it means to be smart anyway. But it doesn't take that. It takes perseverance. It takes willingness to learn, willingness to stretch yourself, and the discipline to be open to ideas. That gets you through the doctoral program. Also, a little bit of writing and some hard work, you know. But if you've made it to this point, please know you're smart enough to get through. You just have to buckle down and accept that there's going to be bumps and bruises along the process, you know, but you are smart enough to get through. One person actually said this too. Honestly, I thought it was going to be harder than it was. Now, don't get me wrong. It was hard. But as an undergrad and someone working on a master's degree, I was put off by the language. The whole language, you hear things like dissertation, committee, IRB, proposal, and defense. That language can be intimidating. The person also says, once I learned the language, things got a little easier. We give you these words and they sound intimidating. Things like dissertation, you know, this long 250, 300, 400 word book report, you know, as my advisor would call it. We give you these words. They sound challenging and difficult. Once you understand what they are and you understand the process, and you understand that there are people there to guide you through this, that want you to get through this, and you understand that you cannot get through this alone, you can make it. Self-doubt eases up when you know you have backup, when you know you have support, when you know you have people who want you to accomplish this. You know, one of the things I deal with in my practice is the idea of self-doubt. And people actually come to me not because they need help with writing necessarily. They need someone who can push them when they're by themselves, when they need that assistance to get through. And my job oftentimes is motivator, convincing them they can do this, helping them understand the strategies to take this big thing and break it down into smaller points and get it done. That becomes oftentimes my role. So that is a part of the process.